let's do this again. Welcome to the Roundtable Podcast, sponsored by Accurate Designs. I'm Uncle B. To my left, Double O, the captain. He's in the studio today after I had. But our special guest today, by the way, is Blaze.
Hi guys.
Husband to the husbandless.
Elaborate on that.
That used to be his Twitter bio though. I saw it.
I have changed
husband to the husbandless.
That is fantastic.
That was before.
Do you know, I'm actually speechless. I don't know what to say to that.
That's a man.
He was very popular for that.
That's a man. That's a man.
I know, right?
Really?
Yeah, but that was before.
Okay.
I've changed now.
Have you really changed?
Yeah, I'm changed now.
Okay.
Welcome to the studio, Blaze. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining
guys.
us
Thank you.
at TRT. Yeah, it's a pleasure. So what do you do? Before we get into the football, what do you do?
I'm
Can you
a
tell,
media consultant. I'm a photographer.
Nice.
I'm an IT consultant.
You're probably better than W.
Yeah, and then I manage projects.
Senior.
I'm a senior chef in the industry.
Well, let's stick to Balon d'Or, Blaze. Let's open with that.
Okay.
I mean, you know TRT, so you know what we do.
Yeah.
You're a football enthusiast. I caught up with the FPL show late with Hack, and yeah, you know your shit. But before we get into EPL, Balon d'Or.
Okay.
So top three, Double O, Hack. Who was it? It was Messi, Lewandowski,
and Benzema.
Benzema.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
No, not Benzema.
Jorginho. Thank God, Jorginho didn't win.
Okay, so there are different angles to look at it. There's the sentimental angle of wanting Lewandowski to win because last season he was arguably the best player, but because of COVID and all of that, he couldn't get the award.
I believe they cancelled it.
Yeah, they cancelled it and all of that. And then this season, Messi has won. So the thing is, if you look at what I would call the expanded stats.
Elaborate on what do you mean by expanded?
Okay, so now when you say expanded stats, you now see things like dribbles that you were able to pull off, how many accurate passes, non-accurate passes. So if you look at all those expanded stats, Messi wins. Okay.
As opposed to the focus of goals.
Exactly. But the thing is, the issue with stats is you can use stats for and against.
Absolutely.
Because if someone else had won, they won't pull out those expanded stats that say, okay, number of headers that Messi won, the dribbles he got, blah, blah, blah. But because he has won now, they're trying to pull up all of these things to justify him winning. However, from the expanded stats, he wins.
Okay.
Yeah. But the sentimental thing was we all wanted Lewandowski to win. Because,
Okay, Isa, I'll let you come in here. Excellent point. And I still don't... I don't know this yet. What is the Balon d'Or? Tell me that. Have they come out? Has FIFA come out to say, okay, this is what makes you win a Balon d'Or? Do you understand? So which one is more important? An international trophy?
First of all, I did not two awards, right? Balon d'Or is different from FIFA.
FIFA.
So Balon d'Or,
What we're talking about is Balon d'Or.
Balon d'Or used to be run by the French.
FIFA doesn't.
Yeah, FIFA does. It's still being
Okay.
run by the French.
Okay.
So
French
French football.
So let's stick to Balon d'Or
Yeah.
for now. What is the criteria? Because I think it will become easier. Because
But that's
to
the thing,
count
we
on
don't even know. That's
Yeah,
the
okay,
truth.
yeah,
There's
because-
no particular criteria. What they usually do, like this place said when they release the expanded stats and all those stats, they'll say, okay, goals scored.
Yeah.
In terms of what you will call it, attackers that are in contention. So goals scored, assists, and then individual honors as well as team honors one. If you put that on a scale, so to speak, I think it balances out.
Okay.
The year in review, that's Lewandowski and Messi. However, left to me, because I belong to the school of thought that he's the best player in the world. You can just give him the award for not doing anything. He's just the best.
Yeah.
So you can give it to him anyway, and I will not.
But
grumble.
may I chip in?
But
Is football
this-
judged on the best or on form?
But that's the thing.
Wait,
but
wait.
now,
Before you continue,
Yeah.
would you agree with me that if Messi had scored that amount of goals last season,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have cancelled that, they would have done a virtual event?
Would you agree?
They
would have done eventually.
Yes,
they would have, because there was a year.
that is a you're indicting. You're trying to.
There was a year
out.
Ronaldo won something, right, and there was no ceremony, right, and then it was just Ronaldo received an award up somewhere. If Messi, with the PR, had scored that amount of goals that Lewandowski scored, won that amount of cups and co, right? Yeah. For last season, I get that, yes, a lot of things there could not be a ceremony. They could have done it virtually.
I even think, in addition to that point, it's just, I feel they could have just, it was declared winner, they could have just...
Absolutely. That's what I was going to ask Blaze.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask Blaze. Just announce it. So we're all in agreement that in 2020, Lewandowski deserves it.
And then for this year, well, Messi himself, when
Lewandowski is still balling this year.
He acknowledged Lewandowski's...
which was like...
last year.
As the winner for last year.
Sorry, is it?
Yeah.
Who would you have voted for, Blaze?
So that's the thing. Ultimately, it's captains and managers that.
Before you talk, I wanted to ask, at what point does the votes come in? Because I feel like, is it not the vote?
No, I think that was. Is that FIFA men's footballer? I think that's the one.
No, the Balon d'Or, they voted. They voted.
Messi, number 2, right?
Yeah.
No, there's a breakdown.
So, for instance,
no, the players vote. Because I remember there was a year. So I have to link Liverpool into this. There was a year that Messi said he voted money. So I think they vote.
They vote.
They showed Ronaldo and Messi's vote.
Tony Kroos, for example, is vexing that Lewandowski didn't win, but he voted Benzema.
Don't mind him.
So how are you voting someone else?
Tony Kroos is not allowed to Absolutely. So Blaze, who would you have voted for this year? I'm putting on the spot.
Lewandowski.
Yeah.
I would have done the same just for the fact that he didn't win. If
Last year,
they had given him last year, I would have obviously, because the moment I saw that they gave him that other best striker award,
you knew he wasn't going to win this.
I knew he was
to
compensate.
And you know what's
they could have done that, giving those two awards in one night.
And you know what's damning? When you're as great. It's like, okay, let's use the Premier League. This year, Bernardo Silva is balling. But he's second best because Salah is balling. So you kind of feel bad for the Lewandowski. You finally put your best in a time where Ronaldo and Messi have the monopoly. It's already a rare occasion that Modric will sneak in. So, you know he's not going to get it again. So I think that's why the entire world, except for those that are just... subjective.
Messi.
And it's really because we all do, but Lewandowski might not get this chance again.
He would have.
Most likely he won't.
I just feel like this is like that Zidane Henry moment.
Yeah, man. Henry never won it.
This is
and
exactly what happened.
Really.
Unfortunately. And then to talk about the Mendy, there's no way Mendy is not best keeper in the world. There's how are you what I get that.
Wait, you mean in terms of award-wise, because to me, Jan Oblak is the best keeper.
No, I'm saying the guy in terms of that award.
Yes.
I know what's
all
his
the
name?
Parameters for
All again.
Look. We don't want to be those guys. I mean, you like
controversy. I already said that.
I'm always trending on Twitter. They should catch you more. but it's like but it's like Double O. Remember when we were talking about this? I think it was you and Double O. It was when we were covering the Euros, and you were like, "This Pogba gets so much slack, Lukaku gets so much slack
Sterling.
because they not even the Sterling King thing." I think Jordan, some guy that runs a podcast, came out and said Lukaku is not being given his props after the numbers he was pushing in Inter, and you simply came out and said because he's black. So we don't want to be those guys, but absolutely.
Can you imagine if Mendy was a white English goalkeeper?
Bro.
Check out Ramsdale.
They'll ban us from going to.
Check out Ramsdale. Check out Ramsdale.
No, that boy is playing well.
That's what I'm saying. They are already
PR for Ramsdale.
I think I
it's
saw
good, yes, but the PR, bro.
Yeah, I saw a post when they released the list for the Ballon d'Or, for the awards, and then Mendy, the other goalkeepers were wearing their national team, and Mendy was also even wearing Chelsea's this, like he was shirtless.
The only picture they put for him was a shirtless picture.
And he had to ask, why are they all wearing?
Sorry, Mendy is a Senegalese.
Yeah, why?
He had to tweet at them though. He tweeted at them like every else had a proper. So you can't tell me that FIFA or whoever is hosting that
you couldn't
cannot find a proper picture of him.
Additionally, let me just put it this way: it's the same thing with how Benjamin Mendy of Man City is going through an assault case. I think that's why you've not been seeing him.
He's been suspended.
Allegedly raped, and did some very vulgar things. Now, did you see how the media just covered Mendy? They just They first of all type Mendy. They put Edward Mendy's picture. You know, and just to add, how much was Mendy signed for? And with the output he's given Chelsea, no excuse. Donnarumma is a great goalkeeper. I'm not doing that. But at the end of the day, this is why I've been asking. That's why I started with Blaze. What do you use to judge?
Again, you know, the French association is the one doing the Ballon d'Or, and they would like for nothing more than to get Paris-based players to collect the award.
And Donnarumma
is playing for Paris, which is...
You think they would appreciate Mendy considering they colonized Senegal?
Yeah, but he's not playing for them. If Mendy was playing for them, was playing for France, if Mendy was French, French national, there's no way he's not winning that.
How did he come out to say anything on social media?
No, but everybody knows this. Like, come on.
I mean, Donnarumma is a good goalkeeper.
He's a very good goal. He's the next big thing, I know. But that's what I'm saying, Blaze. What is it based on, Aziz? Remember the year Ronaldo won? Yeah. Messi fans were complaining. We knew Messi was better, but Ronaldo won. What was it? He bought the trophy. Yeah. You know. So what do you judge football on? Harry Kane is probably the best number 9 in the Premier League. Yeah. But are you going to say Harry Kane is still the best number 9? This, it's delicate.
Okay, so see, the issue is this, right?
Schneider.
When it comes to this Ballon d'Or thing, it's like the criteria changes.
I think that's why I have a problem.
It changes because there are certain years you see certain people and you are like
an international competition.
Exactly, like the year that Modric won. Fine, he won, but he should not have won it that year because his team did not even win the World Cup. It was sentiment and all of that.
So let's LIC. I watched Nigeria. What club Modric for? No, the national team.
Croatia.
I remember Croatia.
I watched Nigeria against that team, and Modric did nothing. Like, is it a twebo or a way he won?
A table. Yes, had him on lock. Yes,
he
had him on lockdown. Yes.
So I was
shout
shocked.
Shout out to Etebo is a quality.
Yeah, I was shocked when he got to the quarterfinal, and then I started hearing Modric. I'm like, he only scored 2 penalties, and
for that year, Ronaldo should have won it, and that was why Ronaldo was a bit salty, even though he was his former teammate and all. And I agree. Because
can I play devil's advocate? Do you think they denied Ronaldo that year because of what W insinuated, which is that they favor Messi? Wasn't that the year Ronaldo that passed Messi? I'm basing that. I'm not basing this on any evidence, but I just remember I agree with you. Ronaldo should have won that year.
Yes, absolutely.
I think Modric is an architect on the pitch.
So
I'm not like
they didn't deserve it.
They should be goalposts. I mean, see, it's also about PR. So certain media outlets or certain PR people pick something up, and then before you know it, everyone is running with it. It's just the same way they started with Jorginho, and then before you know it,
and then
he was in everybody's mouth, and then the PR picked it up, and then you are now like, okay, yes, fine, he won this, he won that.
Well, that's an excellent comparison because I think part of the reason why I didn't watch the show, Blaze, is I'm not gonna waste my time to see Jorginho win Ballon d'Or.
Exactly.
I'll go back to hockey. That's why I didn't know. So that's a good. They were carrying Jorginho. We're talking about
it was third.
Kante.
He doesn't give much assists, and 90% of his goals are penalties.
90.
Well, I'm just trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. 90.
Which one, please? Can you describe any of his other goals?
If you're going to do his highlight,
hop step.
If you're going to do his highlights, just penalties.
The weakest highlights.
Come on.
That's fantastic. I'm going to watch this. So they really did this highlight. They should have just put his picture holding a ball now. That's not fair.
No, because this thing keeps changing.
You know what's busting my head is that even some Chelsea fans, they see that they're like Jorginho. I'm like, man, Jorginho is essentially doing what?
At any point,
Jorginho is doing what Mikel used to do for Mourinho. That's what Mikel's role was for Mourinho. So now Mikel will be Ballon d'Or contender.
I have to find out.
Because how many forward passes does Jorginho even
I like to
make?
say something. A lot of times, right?
Because it's Mikel. It's a good
player. A lot of the times, right? Because
let me bust your head. Do you know when Lampard was coaching? He wasn't even playing.
Yes.
He didn't play half of the season.
Good point. There's also that.
But I have a question for you based on what Blaze said. Were you guys proud when Fabio Cannavaro won the Balon d'Or, I think. I don't know the difference.
From that year, so
But do you understand why I'm asking you this? So are we sitting on the round table? All of us have watched football for at least over 20 years. Are we here saying that because when Van Dijk came close, a part of me was like, since Messi didn't score 70 goals, Van Dijk was really a Rolls Royce that year. He won the champion. Are we here saying, and you guys play football more than I do. So are you saying like if please follow like and Agon is doing an event soon, support it any way you can. But in Agon, so if Hak claims he's a star right back, are you saying if you're giving player of the tournament of Agon, it has to be a striker, a creator? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get a good conversation.
That Liverpool won that Champions League. If let's say Van Dijk had not played, if Van Dijk was not that spectacular, an argument could have been made for either Robertson or Trent Alexander-Arnold, and nobody would have said anything because they were fantastic.
Yeah, they were.
And then these days now, when you see defenders, people can. It's not back in the day when the glory always goes to the guy that dribbles more.
Yeah.
So now you can visibly see a lot of what you're seeing. James, you're seeing Chilwell, you're seing Jigga. These are guys that you can say, okay, they are making this 11, and then if anybody is pushing an agenda for them, it won't be ridiculous. Yeah. Do you understand? So it's just when it becomes blatant, like
because I just raised
Snyder with the denied Wesley.
Jamal mentioned that, and he deserved it.
That's another year I feel
it got more corrupted.
No, because of the World Cup again.
You seem to have a problem with the international.
That particular year, it was Henry was immense. It was third that year, so it was still Cannavaro and Buffon. Because both of them won.
Shall we shall Steven Gerrard only came 7th on the list, but Henry deserved it. That. But you see, I just raised the point because of what Blaise said on Jorginho. Yeah, he's you guys made my night with these highlights. I swear to you, that's the first thing I'll do. I will need to say. But what I'm saying is, Paulo Maldini never won the Balon d'Or, and there was a point where Maldini in any team. Well, that's a team, and you guys all play football, and even if you are watching football, the fans, if you're single, the babes, they always cheer the striker when you score your sex.
But that's how it was back in the day. Back in the day, it was for the glory. It was for the glory
because now I like how they will show trends.
I believe they rate international competitions more.
I was gonna ask you that
when they are considering this Ballon d'Or.
And on
that year, like again, I go back to.
And on that basis,
if Arsenal had beaten Barcelona, there's no way you would not give Henry. Because Arsenal just lost the final.
And on that, going on that, Hack, going on that, let's use that perspective. Would you say that because Blaise said Lewandowski that's why I put him on the, would you have voted for Lewandowski? I'd answer Lewandowski. It seems like that, partly because he deserved it there before. Would you say Messi bringing, the banter Messi because of international? So let's try this. If there was a criteria for, like, Ballon d'Or, international cup gives you 20 points. Domestic league 20 points. 10 points. No, Champions League 15, domestic league 20. If you have that, do you think that's fair, or should international cup be lower than You get what I'm trying to?
It is. That's why when he said they could have just said both. Take your own. Because in order for you to be fair, are you saying that the guys at the Ballon d'Or did not sit down to say, okay, guy, you know what, this guy deserved his own. Let's give two of them their awards
for God's sake.
There's
hold on. There's nothing wrong. I think
there's nothing wrong with doing.
I think there was they have no excuse because we were watching football without fans on the pitch.
Yes.
So what are you saying?
It's not like
it's not like it didn't stop football.
Where it stopped.
Well, we didn't know.
And I'm very sure.
I'm very sure. And what's this other Platini?
And I'm very sure during the season when it was time to do draws for the Champions League semi-final, quarter-final, they were still doing it. They didn't have to call everybody to come and see that. Say, it's time for this.
Exactly.
They just didn't want to give it to Lewandowski. I don't know, for whatever reason. I don't know.
Anyways, moving from Ballon d'Or, I wanted to do double. We didn't touch on this last time. So the Super Eagles AFCON is coming. It's when you mentioned Osimhen that I thought to Blaise. This is banter. please subscribe to TRT. But thankfully, we're not that big, so I'm not going to enter trouble for this. And if I enter trouble, I know Double O is by my side. But it's Hack that caused this. Is it Hack? Hack.
Hack, what have you
You
done?
need to deal with Hack, please. As a veteran. Do you know what Hack did? After we sacked this Super Eagles coach, and to me it's due. I think before it happened, you and I think were saying he needs to go. There's a sports, I'm trying to even get him to, because we've been DMing. So one of these experts when it comes to the local league here, I think follows Enyimba in particular, did a thread. So the guy was like, it's about time they Nigeria sacked his coach. I was like, yeah. I was reading it, I was like, all right, I agree. Then he was like, it's inferiority complex that makes us feel we must get a foreign coach. He gave a... Sorry, did you see Jamal's face? He said, So the guy was like, Italy goes for an Italian coach. England, eventually, even though England had Capello and a lot of Sven-Goran Eriksson, but the guy was saying now they be McLaren, now Garisadi. Was like, so he thinks Nigeria should have a local coach. Me, I was scarred by Festus Onibindi in Korea, Japan, 2002. So I know me. You know me. I said we work together. We don't follow sentiments. You can't blackmail me with sentiments. So Hack is you now. Is it not you? So Hack sent a link. The guy then posted. He said it's good. Nigeria's local coaches that can lead the Super Eagles to the Nations Cup. And he put their pictures. Aziz, Hack had no business. Why are we laughing without seeing the picture? He knows. This guy, you know him longer than Hack is a problem, bro. Well, there's one coach. So when I sent it, I can't believe I'm saying this. That's why I say if I enter trouble, I'm sorry. I don't know which coach it was. I think he listed the coaches, what they've achieved. One guy was wearing my fiancé. So I was at work. So I showed Biggie, and Biggie was like, that if Klopp and Tuchel catch this they will beat Nigeria 25. And the picture is the guy in his mafia suit was doing something like no, I died.
Okay. No, I need to see this photo.
No, I'll send the link. Bro. So I want to hear your views. First of all, the coach is gone. What are your thoughts on this? Because you can see where my views are. I don't think coaching coming from Solskjaer, it's not kids play. I always say it's like giving me a plane, I will kill us. I'm not a pilot. I don't like people that I can't be a lawyer. Aziz is a lawyer. I can't just because I can take a picture of my phone. I think nowadays I love how people do a lot of stuff. Yeah. But at the same time, it's very important not to forget that it takes time to learn certain things. You can't, So what are your thoughts on
I don't think we're there yet. As a league, as Nigerian league, I don't think we have the league is competitive enough or for you to have. Yes, there might be some good coaches, but at an international level, I don't think, because if our league was that good, if we had like really, really good coaches, then maybe the people will have started paying attention to the Nigerian league. But we don't, because it's
I want to expand on why we don't.
Do you get? So I don't think us going to play against a South Africa that's got like a bustling league, or Egypt that's got a proper, or like those are proper leagues. Even the Zambian league.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, I know South Africa works.
Do you get? So I don't think us going into the Nations Cup with, I mean, if we had maybe ex-players, foreign coaches that have learned from the best abroad, or have gone to some coaching academy, yes, of course you can. Yeah. But then, exactly. Yeah. So, but I don't think we are. I mean, there's our captain Olise, right? He was coaching somewhere, but he was getting his license. Yeah, so
he came to do Mourinho.
Yeah, Olise.
You get very, very tough guy. Yeah, but my point is, we can't do a local coach right now.
And then he did mention this.
He did Mourinho.
He came in and he's like, it's not the best, and he tried to
reform it genuinely.
Yes, genuinely, and they just kicked him out without wasting time. So because he tried to do it without playing he didn't want to play politics at all. He just wanted to come in and just they sent my guy away and they destroyed the plan. You can never. He's not even in the running now. His name is not even.
Yeah, he wasn't in that.
They've blacklisted. Olise.
What are your thoughts?
What's going to reform, man?
What have you insulted somebody?
With AFCON coming, what are your thoughts on this?
Right now,
Yeah.
I don't think we have any local coach that can take us anywhere. Let's not be sentimental.
Yes.
We can't.
Do you think we just don't know them?
No,
Like, this my
no.
guy.
No, but where are they? Where are
He might be
they?
a tactical genius.
No.
You know all of those.
Bigger than you beat Hack. I want you to beat Hack. It's bigger than
No.
you beat Hack.
Hack.
I didn't
We
see
don't
that.
have.
We
don't.
You know,
We don't.
We don't have.
Sorry, this is the golden era for the. Is it fair to say? Well, for us, I'm 33. I can't recall. I watched, of course, we watched Atlanta '96. We had Finidi George, Okocha, Olise, but there's talent in this team.
Yeah.
Maybe to be fair, I don't know the defense line. Now, I know Balogun and Troost in Watford. But up front, the mid, you have Ndidi, Blaze. With this golden squad, you answer, you don't want a local. You don't
No,
want
we
that
don't.
guy.
No, see, we don't need a local coach. And
So what do we need?
we need someone who knows the job.
Yeah.
Someone quite tactical. Because see, even from now, moving forward. Okay, so see, Super Eagles in the next 10-15 years, we're going to have a lot of dual national players because we've had a lot of people
That's a lovely
who have gone out of the country,
That's
Canada
a
and the
good
rest.
point.
And most of these young boys will enroll in academies. They'll be properly taught
Good point.
football. So when they come back, you want that same level of coaching or something close to it.
Maybe
to
then I might have moved on
to continue. And even
I
now,
might have left FPL to become
and even right now,
a
we have a
proper
lot of
manager.
players who are even still outside who want to come back and play because they can't make it into the team.
But can I add to that? Because that is a fantastic point. But can I add to that? Can I ask you?
Yeah, sure.
You said you alluded to politics earlier, and it exists.
Yeah.
Shout out to EZ for pointing it out.
Yeah.
There is corruption in there, but before they start saying we're bringing politics here, we're not. As he said, even in FIFA, in NFF, we've heard allegations. I say allegations because a court of law has not proven that certain players pay to play, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, for example, it's still Blaze, but if we want to recruit these players like Saka, if we wanted Saka before he committed to England, isn't that a bigger scheme in the sense that we need the government with NFF doing a better job, NFA or NF going and recruiting? It's not only because, as you said, I've never thought a lot of these players now it's already happening.
It's already happening. Yeah.
You just see a new German player. What's this Adeyemi kid? In Salzburg. And he's committed.
It's not
Ademola
Lukman.
Yeah.
So is it bigger, there has to be a plan in place to recruit.
Yeah, I feel like if you show that there's progress, right? If you can see from, Zaha would not go back to wherever it was if there was.
There were rumors.
You get. So if there was progress, if you were Nigerian and then you are abroad and then you knew that it would be difficult for you to get into England squad, and then you hear that Nigeria there's a project for maybe a 10-year project for the Super, because for example in Jamaica there's one guy, I think there's a story about the guy that just made the athletics project, said okay, we wanted to just get sprinters, get people, and then that's how that project started, and then that's how you see Jiggy Bolt, and then and then once there's a successful team from somewhere, there's a blueprint to follow. Other guys that are interested will come out. So exactly, because when you do well, you get sponsorships. Yeah. So when you see all these guys that would want to, you wouldn't even need to find them. They would come to you if there is a project.
With the amount of talent we have right now, but like Charles said, have a project. In fact, just say 5 years. Don't even think about winning anything. Don't think of winning anything. Just put these players down, let them have roots, let them keep playing, play one AFCON, two AFCON, friendly games, blah, blah, blah. And before you know it, there'll be synergy and everything within the thing. After that 5 years, they will literally blow everybody out of the way. Because
there would be a Nigerian way. Because
exactly.
right now, there is no Nigerian way.
See, it's just like
the other day, the Bet Niger senator, he was talking about how there is an Italian way, how there is the German way. And then these things he's talking about is, when he was a kid, and then he's still talking about it now because there's a pattern of how they play. So Nigeria, there's no exactly. So the only way that there will be a Nigerian way is if there is a project, and then you saw that project worked, and then you follow it as a blueprint for other,
and suddenly
projects. See, it's not like the French, like most of these guys, right from France 98 to Ram, they all went to that Clairefontaine Academy.
Yes. There's a documentary on Netflix. On Anelka.
They're all see. Most of these French players, they all went through that school.
I've seen
Clairefontaine.
No, just go to Netflix. Check the Anelka documentary.
So they all went to the academy. It's a plan, and when the Germans noticed it, the Germans too adopted the same method, which is why you see most of the clubs churning out players.
Like there was a period where Davosuka was playing where
Croatia.
Yeah, there was a period where they were bringing out players. They had so that was a project at that time. They were bringing out players. Just we've never really had like a to say okay when you come in like if you want
to Messi that was 35
this
years
academy
old,
right? Everybody has their time.
Yeah.
When Henri Anelka came in,
so the project you don't even know it.
Henri came like there's a progression.
Yeah. That's the double. That's the problem. We don't know who the project coordinator is. How old is the project coordinator?
Again, that's another thing. Exactly. That's how you start the project. But you start it from the top with all these checks, all these bone analysis. Someone like Hack now will come and say
he's under 18.
Because there are people who will not mention their name that play ball with us. That play ball with us at the stadium, and these people are trying to go to under 21. Yes. These people are older than me and Aziz. You have to understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, facts only. Facts only.
You understand? So there needs to be all these things. Science needs to come in play. Do bone analysis. They said bone analysis is plus or 3 years, right? So at least the guy cannot say even if he's 20, if the guy is 23. Bone analysis, he cannot say he's lower is 17. It will show. He will show that he's 20.
That's the thing, because you have to ask yourself like why is it that like even up to you still have Ibrahimovic is still playing. You have Ronaldo there. Where is that black guy?
Chavez is still playing. Chavez is still playing. I remember the crop of Nigerian players that he played with. All of them are gone.
I'm sorry, but
Messi is still playing.
Yeah, bro.
Mikel is gone.
Taiwo, please let's be gone.
Where is that black guy?
Messi and Mikel were in the same academy. Were in the same competition. Yes,
bro.
Taiwo. Wait.
Get this. No, sorry.
Sorry. When Taiwo was
Captain, you're going far.
His twin son, his twin's first son was
Captain,
100 level.
Captain, let me make you understand something. Now, get this. So, randomly, I was just scrolling on, I think, Instagram. Then I saw a clip of Marseille. They did their old players. Drogba was even there. Look at, and I'm like, wait. Didn't he play with the Messi at the time?
Yeah, that was
the same question. Then I look at their left back. Guess who it is? Taiwo. He's already playing ceremonial matches.
Please, Jaman, this episode is called Where's That Black Guy? I'm still going to because I swear, you know what? There are pertinent points being raised here because we all want. It's so annoying when people ask you. It's always this nationalist populist.
Do you
get what I'm saying?
How many hours will it take?
You can go if you go to Argon and you watch a match in Argon and be entertained. Why wouldn't I want to watch? Why would I look? Some of our guys, to credit in Kaduna now, Bobby, Faisal Tuzo that got married. I'm trying to get them to join us here to tell us. I think they started with the Kaduna State government and they've taken over. It's Kaduna United, right? Aziz? Yeah, and they're putting money into it. They are scouting this left back for Porto. You've noticed that Porto has a left back. I think his name is Salisu. Yeah, they were once helping him with agency work. So there is an opportunity there. There are job opportunities there. But these guys now, they are running Kaduna United.
So my problem with some of these things. So you have well-intentioned guys, good guys that would say like this guy is buying this team to take over because they really want to do something great. But then this system frustrates them. Like imagine doing that and you're saying that you want to come and do, like we mentioned Olise, for example, he literally wanted to come and do something different. But the system, it would frustrate you out of your good.
Can I add to the point? That's why I like what Blaze touched on. Look, Aziz, there's a reason why, if you notice, when Croatia was playing, what final was it? That because social media can be powerful but useless at the same time, we found out that I think it was the Prime Minister of Croatia was a very pretty.
Okay,
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Why do you think she's there? Why do you think Prince William comes when England is playing? The government must get involved in designing this plan and setting the path. That's why it's not enough to talk. I like what Blaze says. It's not enough to get Ralph Ragnick or get Pep or Klopp coaching Nigeria. I bet Klopp will come here and first week they will put him in a hotel that doesn't have these.
Exactly.
Do you hear what I'm saying? These things. No, I'm sorry. You know because and Aziz, when this thing was, do you know how much the Premier League? Do you know? I still believe that. You know, I always say the United Kingdom is no longer a superpower in that sense. What they have is heritage power because they colonized the world at one point. You know, that's one. The next thing they have now is Premier League.
Yes.
That's why Boris Johnson was struggling to shut down his Premier League, bro. He, you know, if the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom comes and he's talking about then what to do about football, it shows you that it's not only a job, but and we have talent. You know, so you're right.
It's my dream to have like an academy. But it's hard.
Please, you're going for get talent. I may adjust to the good.
Do you understand? Do you get?
Don't get.
Do you get?
With them.
Guy.
What about hack? What about? Forget.
No, this one. You have talent. Me, I'm talented.
There we go.
No, you know, so that's tell her me go dribble Zara first. He brings her now here, he starts to shiver.
So I just thought to bring that up because
it's crucial. It's crucial. It's like there are all these small teams even in England, this Oldham, all these they have a team, they have a structure. You see,
have you seen their Sunday football league?
You get small, like they are tier 2, tier 3 teams. They have a proper structure that people go to watch. Like if you lived around that area, you'd want to go. It's like a casual stuff to go do on a Sunday if you didn't have anything to do. You go watch your team, your neighbor. You know the guy. You know the guy's dad. You know. Do you understand?
Exactly.
It doesn't even have to be so fancy. It's just that system. Like Nigeria needs a system.
And some of them, like they literally, like Jamie Vardy, he started playing like that. And he moved up to championship.
Look at that boy yesterday that played for Everton. There's a young boy that came in. Like it's a local boy. See the way they were cheering for him because he's.
Sorry, W. I remember. If you guys recall, Everton had a pacey Canadian forward, Thomas Rosiński. No, not Rosiński. Rosiński. I will never forget when Rooney came on to sub Rosiński. The commentator then said that this is when Rooney, ladies and gentlemen, he was 15 then. He scored Arsenal at 16. This is first he was subbing Rosiński, and then the commentator said he's quicker than Rosiński. And I can never forget, my late brother and I were like, see these liars who can be quick. If you remember, Rosiński was very quick.
Very slick.
But that's how Rooney came on. And when he came on, you could hear the Evertonians cheering. They do the same thing for Gordon.
Yes.
They do. Do you get what I'm saying? And even now, if you go to Kano, you know, or Katsina or Kaduna, there's always one guy on the street because teams are, you know, we call streets Liam. That's our street. There's always one star. For that street, that's a story. That's a story.
Whenever these guys buy ticket, they don't see it as a waste. They see it as you're supporting the community. You're supporting this. I know this guy. Like this is my younger brother is playing. You get
we can just keep going on. We shout out Blaze because this is just knowledge. You know, when people say, okay, you know, I know in Kaduna before these guys took over. You know, I understand we have issues: education, healthcare, sports is not. You know, you need education and you need decent hospitals for our people, you know, but that is not why sports is failing. It's failing out of corruption and incompetence. It's not you know, precisely and greed, you know, so and they're not mutually exclusive. But it's such a waste, you know, and the reason why I brought this up, I'm glad because we're not sticking to the fixture script today, is because I sincerely believe, you know, okay, let's divide the table because I know you'll say, I think what we have now is as good as the Kocha era. These players now, Okay, I think Fabinho is a world-class DM. So is Casemiro. So is Kante. You're telling me, forget us Nigerian buyers. Even the British commentators are acknowledging that Ndidi is a player.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do
best
top
tackle
tier
rate
in
Europe
for 3 years. I think.
straight. Best tackle
So
rate.
Blaze, it's not enough that these are not physical. I'm telling you that the Super Eagles now has a squad that has flair.
Yeah.
You know, hack. Clearly, no system.
It's like what most of them. So it's like what's happening now. Most of them, like you said,
super player,
right?
man.
Trained abroad.
Yeah.
It's not like before it was
Exactly,
homegrown.
they trained abroad.
So there'll be more in the future because a lot of people are migrating. So we'll keep losing these players to just the same way we used to lose like athletes to foreign nations during the Olympics.
Exactly.
If we don't have exactly if we don't have all this.
That is it. And
It's heartbreaking.
So I think we can. Hack any what do you think? Hack device to add to this or conclude? Any questions for Blaze?
I think we can go.
Because you said hack device.
Maybe we should just do predictions.
Let's do predictions.
Let's do predictions.
Let's start with Blaze. Blaze, what team do you support? They know. I don't know.
Manchester United.
I shouldn't have been giving you props here.
Manchester United.
This one new.
He hasn't been watching football, right?
Smart man. It's the wisdom. He's wise.
He left his FPL.
I left my FPL for like 6 weeks. I was upset.
Yes, he's there at the bottom.
I'm number 25.
He's a veteran.
As Hack says, it's not about experience.
No, this guy.
No, I was upset.
So wait. Quickly before the game. What happened that you're down in FPL? There's one wrong move. Everybody, I made one.
No, for 6 weeks I didn't check my team.
I don't want to ask you your views about Solskjaer. We should have had him earlier, so we can laugh. I don't want to ask you since you passed that.
I'm happy he's gone.
Ask him his views on Ralph.
What about Ralph? The transition. Where do you do? I forget it. We can push it in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
What about Ralph and your owners?
Okay, so I like Ralph. So for once, it looks like the United board have a plan, a proper plan in place. I like him. I like his attention to detail. I like his style and all of that. I know he has some of the personnel to do that, but he may need a couple more. But he just has 6 months to pull this off, and then we don't know if they want to keep him or they'll bring in someone. I mean, he has agreed to be a consultant after that.
But you know my problem.
But I like him. I have a good feeling about him.
Absolutely. Blaze, you know my problem.
No.
So if you're bringing him, like, it just shows that the board, there's no direction. So if you're bringing him, no. So if you're bringing him in for 6 months, right, and then he comes in and he's doing this press, that's his tactics, right, and then let's assume, obviously, there's not much that he can win because obviously he can't buy a lot of people in January, right? So, like, what is the plan? Like, if you don't keep him, if you bring in another manager that doesn't maybe Poch, that is not a press type, like, so this guy is press.
This is like
So, or let's not even say Poch. Let's say somebody else that believes in passing for, like.
That's who
God forbid.
God forbid. God forbid. So is that not confusing the players because it's like you
Probably as a consultant.
no consistency.
I think
as a consultant it will be very
I
good.
think he's going to hire managers that like him.
Yeah.
He will.
I think that's what he will do.
Okay, but then Charles.
So what is now the position of Fletcher as the director of football?
Okay.
Like, just remove Fletcher.
I
And
know
say,
Fletcher is director of football.
yes.
They will leave him. So Charles.
And I feel like United needs to do away with all
So
these
Charles,
ex-players.
there are 2 ways to look at this thing, right? One is for Ralph to come in, instill a form of discipline in the team, because right now this team is very indisciplined. They just play anyhow. So if you can get the players to like be disciplined from defense, midfield up, even if any other coach comes to it, will be easier. Because all Ole has done is, guys, you know how United play, go out and play. You're my man management. I don't see the result of the man management.
Kyle Walker-Peters interview earlier today.
Yeah.
And we all know that what's his name, Hassan Huto, belongs to the same school of thought as Klopp.
Yeah.
And he's gang press.
even
And
call him the
Kyle Walker-Peters, how old is he? He was saying that by 70 minutes, 80 minutes, he's always again. Now Ronaldo go press.
Nah, we don't have the personnel. That's what I'm saying.
No, we have a few people like Rashford.
That's why I feel.
Sancho.
I feel
even
crazily. I
Greenwood.
feel Martial may benefit from this.
No, Martial is lazy. The guys that will benefit, the guys that will benefit will be Fred, Donny van der Beek, Lingard. Those guys that like to run. Yeah. Yes.
Sancho is coming.
So the young guys will benefit, but not
Actually, you know what you said about Fred is a good point.
Yeah, Fred would.
Because,
He will use.
I watched Goldbridge a lot, and he
Pogba.
was owning up saying
Pogba would not. Pogba does not. Pogba is lazy.
Pogba will not.
Problem, oh.
Is it? Yeah, can you elaborate?
Locker room problem, oh.
Actually, those are problems.
Yeah, because man, if you see the big players, and I feel it's for Fernandes to.
No, Pogba is leaving anyways.
Yeah, because
He should.
if Fernandes
Sorry.
doesn't
Bruno
buy
is a
into
very good
Ralph,
presser.
then there's a
Bruno
problem. Yeah.
presses. Even excuse me, W. Even at the last game, if you notice, Bruno was trying to press, and then he would like look.
Yeah,
And
it's
pressing.
not
People think
coordinated,
pressing
yes,
is
it's
just
one person.
Yeah.
No, it's
It
not.
takes a lot. You have to coordinate.
together,
Yeah. So Bruno, you could tell Bruno would like press. You know, he's
he'll
so
probably-
passionate.
he'll
Then
probably-
just look
he's
behind
just
him.
Yeah, who's
and see
around
maybe
me?
Rashford
Yeah.
smoking his cigarette and just yeah.
No, Rashford
Yeah,
is
but
cooking.
too.
He's feeding the kids. He's feeding the kids. He's trying to make sure that the kids are eating.
He should go and open NGO, please. Yes, now.
Yeah,
The thing with Ralph is he's actually just he has set up a consultancy firm.
Oh,
and
okay.
He's just trying to grow it. So it's the same consultancy firm. That's why there was that initial confusion with Locomotive Moscow. No, he was not their manager or their director of football. He just has his consultancy firm. You hire his firm. So he's part of the firm. So he will advise you, he will restructure.
Yeah.
He's growing his firm. And what bigger and better clients than Manchester United?
Honestly.
Absolutely.
He's about to blow.
That's a magnificent point. In
That's
addition
why,
to that,
that's why he said you must sign my firm for 2 years.
yeah. Ralph actually goes to
Bah.
talks.
Yes.
And gives talks about how a club should be run.
Right.
So in a sense, I get what W is saying, but considering how inept the Glazers have been, this is like you saying, okay, this is a crisis.
Yeah.
What is the best law firm
Let's
in the
rejig
world?
Yes,
Yeah.
let's
We
just-
got it. So our predictions, so I can go and
Start
kick
the
back and
teams.
enjoy the game.
Yes.
And then what we have is Saturday fixtures.
Yeah.
The one kicks off 1:30. West Ham Chelsea. This is a hot game. West Ham at home to Chelsea. I'll go first as a gamble 1-1. I think Chelsea they were lucky to get away with Watford. You know, they are not that.
Depends on
this
if
is-
James, they miss James and
Chilwell.
Yeah,
Chilwell.
clearly.
So it depends on if James comes back.
Whether James comes back, I see West Ham sticking. West Ham at home are
West Ham have
strong.
not been. They've been.
On points.
They've
They
been
drop points to
disappointing.
Brighton.
Like over the last 5 games or so.
Which 5 games? Is it after
Yeah,
they
no,
killed us? Since they beat us,
they've been disappointing.
Yeah.
They've been disappointing. There
So,
are a lot of games that they should win.
Where are you? I say 1-1.
Yeah, I see a draw as well.
Okay. Hack, West Ham, Chelsea.
I think I say a draw. A draw.
What about Chelsea?
You give Chelsea.
Yeah.
No, you win.
You know, because so far they've found a way
squeeze
to
in.
just squeeze in and get the results.
I do.
2-1
That's
Chelsea.
the character of champions.
Yeah,
Finding
that's
a way
right.
to win that. Newcastle. Who will watch? Hey, this game is like dry pap.
Which other?
Newcastle, Burnley.
No, Newcastle is not. They need the win. Did you see how they were
Newcastle
playing?
are
I saw
relegated.
it.
But I guess on this table you get my point.
I
That
think
the richest
Newcastle
club
will
in the
win.
world.
Newcastle will
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, I see them picking their first win, but who will watch this place? What kind of?
No, I do sometimes.
No, I watch.
Go
I
rush,
can't.
so
I
we'll
watch
be away.
Go Rush.
We'll be away.
Southampton, Brighton. This is a derby. I think Southampton and Brighton. No, Brighton and Palace have a weird derby. Southampton, Bournemouth. That's a derby. So this is a draw. So I don't know what's going on with Southampton. Apparently they have the worst record in terms of losing leads. They'll take a lead and then lose it. It used to be Arteta till he found his way and Jesus saved him.
Yeah, man. And still now, if we consider,
I think it will be a draw.
Me too.
Yeah,
Draw.
yeah.
Aziz,
Consider first, we know.
Southampton, Brighton. Do you see a winner here?
Yeah, I think Southampton.
Southampton.
I think
Draw.
Brighton should win too.
That's a draw.
Watford, Man City. I don't think we need to go down.
Why did you call Wolves?
Man City.
Oh, I'll come to it. You know, my app, Liverpool is my favorite team,
Oh,
so
so
they
it-
put
okay.
the, you know, Watford, Man City.
Man City.
Cancelo assist, Man City.
I see Dennis Crenshaw.
No, but Watford gave. Did you watch? I watched this Watford
they gave
Chelsea
Chelsea.
game. They gave them a
Yeah,
game.
they did well.
I told you.
They can't
Yeah.
contain a Man City. They can't.
Gerrard tried now. See how it ended. Even though his guys pulled out. Then you have the Liverpool Wolves. Wolves away. Wolves and Molineux against Liverpool. This is a tight game.
Wolves has not been conceding a lot of goals.
Salah likes playing against Wolves.
That should be a close game.
2-0. Yeah. But you know me, I rate this Wolves match. But yeah, we're at that level. But Wolves are good. Remember, I've been telling you, Wolves.
They've not really been.
You know, he's not even he's not even playing Trincao. I tell you, when Podence, when was his Neto, when these guys come back, you know, okay, Neto, he's been out. You know, Jimenez getting back. You know, I just think he knows what he's doing.
I'm watching you.
Wow, this one is interesting. Sunday, first game is Leeds Brentford. I'll give it to Leeds. After the win they just pulled, how Ellen Road was by this Palace.
Let's see what Spurs does to Brentford. They can still start
Yeah.
Well, we can't see. We're not
Hardcore.
God, so you have to predict now.
No,
I say Leeds.
I say Brentford.
That's interesting. Please let's remember.
I say 3-3.
Wow, 3 goals.
Yeah, 3-3.
Anyways,
I
it's
say
Leeds.
Leeds 2-1.
Man United, Crystal Palace. No, this Raf's first game. He won't be in the dugout today, right? There's Man United, Crystal Palace. We didn't, you know, I give it to United.
Man United.
Yeah.
They will have to win at some.
Oh, it's Palace. It's not Palace from last year. Did you just?
No, but Vieira has been.
Ultimately, I just hope it's not this night, but at some point.
Yeah. So you're giving it to United.
Yeah, I'm giving it to
United.
Just like
United. Double. What
when we're
about
on our run, at some point we have to win.
Double. What about you?
I would say United.
I think this is in terms of break.
Tottenham, Norwich. I'll go first because if Kane doesn't give me points,
Norwich has been playing ball, but
Tottenham will win.
Uncle B, I can tell you that on that day we'll all have Kane.
that does not console me.
Spurs for the win. 4-0. Harry Kane hat trick and assist.
No. Son.
I don't care for Son.
Son hat trick.
Son, you have your own son.
Exactly.
You have your own son.
Son will make hat trick and assist.
What about you, please? Tottenham, Norwich.
Tottenham.
At White Hart Lane.
Tottenham. Yeah.
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
No wise anything.
You're not going to. You're not going to. Since the Raven is not here, you're not going to support the Canary. You're just remembering. Wow.
Baba, you know your real friend.
Final game, Aston Villa, Leicester.
That's good.
This is a good one.
I give it to Villa.
It's the last game of the
Aston
week.
Villa.
There's Arsenal Everton.
Oh, there is Monday. Yeah, but this is a good game. Aston Villa, Leicester.
Villa.
Yeah, I think
It's
Villa.
an open game.
Villa, Leicester has not been consistent at all.
Draw, man.
No, Villa. I give it to Villa.
Steven Gerrard.
Did you see the way they played yesterday?
Villa, yeah. They won the second half. Villa win. It's Gerrard. Final game. The Battle of the Bastards, Game of Thrones, Everton, Arsenal.
Yeah, that's the game
Arsenal.
that they'll sack.
Benitez. Look how he just said that quietly. Emma is about to lose his job.
We'll give him the sack.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal should
Win and
Arsenal, Ateta's team.
I want you to.
by the way,
I
by
want
the
this
way.
on the record.
By the way, it's an away fixture, so
At the
underlying stats, I think we've only outscored Norwich away from home.
I was gonna say this. I'm actually going for an Everton win.
I
think Arsenal's.
No.
I think Arsenal will lose.
I don't think they'll win us, but I'm just pointing
look.
that
I am
out.
going all out here to say.
Yeah.
I can look like
I'm telling you.
Everton. Wait, for sure, Arsenal is not getting 3 points, and I think Everton will win. That's it. We have matches to watch. Thank you for joining us, please. Thanks for joining us.
It
was fantastic. This was amazing. TRT, subscribe, like, views. Thank you. Bye.